What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Nick. I just had to come on here real quick and just get out my thoughts about this past season of Love Island USA. I just finished it last night. We'll never, we'll never have another one like him. That daggone Jeff, he stole my heart. He was the most hood, genuine dude they ever had on that show. Spoke what he wanted, said what he wanted to say, and stood in it 10 toes down. And I felt he got a raw deal because that girl he had at the end, Naja, she ain't really like him. She just figured that he could, that he was going far, that he probably had, outside of the villa, people who were voting. He had the people on his side. So it's like ride with him to the end. But at the end, she just decided that she couldn't go through with it no more after they sent uh not her and Jeff, but the other couples that had been there since the beginning. They sent Chad and Phoebe home. And I could, at first, initially, I was pissed off that they all sent Chad and Phoebe home. Because it was a thing where the older couples that had been there for the longest, like Zimmy, Zeta and Timmy, Jesse and Deb, and then Isaiah and Sydney. I feel like they band together without speaking towards one another, but speaking to one another about it because they didn't have time to discuss as a group. They only had time to discuss as a couple who they were sent home. I feel like they always like, well, we've been here since the beginning, so we ain't gonna say each other. So we just gonna say Chad and Phoebe because they have been here the shortest amount of time, or whatever. So I just I felt like, damn, that's messed up because, like, in a sense, it was messed up that they stuck together like that, but then in a sense, it was not because the reality is Chad and Phoebe had just got together, and I don't mean no harm, but I feel like Phoebe was just sticking with and going around from guy to guy to stick with somebody that she thought was going to make it to the finale show and see if she could win the money. She's a very beautiful girl, but yeah, as I liked her in Casa more, but once she got in the house, I was just like, I knew she was going to play Chaz to the left. No. I knew when she got with Chaz, I knew she was going to play him to the left at some point. But she was trying to get with Isaiah. Isaiah is cute. I'm not gonna lie. I like my chocolate boys, but Isaiah, I can admit, is a cute little guy. And she did what she could do to get him to turn his head, and he took her with him back to the villa. And then once she got there, she let it go. Like, she wasn't feeling it so much anymore. And I think because it was just she wanted to get in the villa. Naja, she kept trying to convince us that she's starting to really like Jeff. But I don't think she really, truly, deep down wanted to make something work with Jeff. I think her mom was genuine in saying that she loved him or whatever because Jeff was very, very likable and very, very lovable. And I don't think that that one moment of him getting upset with her for going to console Timmy after Jeff jumped up in his face, I don't think that one moment of Jeff acting out, I don't think that was worth her deciding to just leave, you know. But I get it. She didn't want to go on with the facade because had they went to the end and won, because I'm convinced that if they would have went to the end, that her and Jeff, well, not her, but Jeff would have won the money because everybody loved Jeff or whatever. So I'm convinced that had they gone to the end, to the finale episode, they would have won the money. And it would have pissed me off if she would have been the one with the envelope and decided that she wasn't going to share it with Jeff because I could see that happening. You know what I'm saying? But they would have broke up not too long after the show, just like all the other couples broke up not too long after the show, because it was it. They wasn't feeling each other like that. I think they get with somebody they feel like is attractive on the show and try to make it work and convince us so that we would vote for them, and they will eventually get to the finale show, get the votes, and win the money at the end, and then they just break up afterwards after they get the money. Because I really feel like that's what happened with. I only started watching in season 2. I feel like that's what happened with Sally and Johnny, even though they didn't win. Justine and I don't even remember Caleb. Was his name Caleb? I think his name was Caleb. That's what Justine and Caleb did. I was shocked that they won the money instead of Johnny and Sally. But what did they do? Break up. Um, the last time Corey and Olivia, I think her name was, they were a friendship couple. Everybody saw right through that. No, and I felt bad for Corey going through the villa because nobody was really choosing him like that. And Olivia, she just couldn't find anybody she was interested in. And what did she do? Ended up sticking to Corey. They carried each other throughout the show, and they ended up winning the money. And we all know they was just a friendship couple. It wasn't for real. But yeah, I enjoyed Love Island. I'm not sure if I enjoyed it on Peacock though. It was some stuff. I mean, I don't really like the behind the scenes shows, but I did like when it was coming on Paramount. I think that was Paramount. That they would have like a live feed still recording or whatever, and they would let us see it and stuff like that. They didn't have that on the Peacock app, so I'm hoping that the show gets picked back up by Paramount, or Peacock changes its format and add all those things that the show had when it was on Paramount. But congratulations to Zimmy, which is Zeta and Timmy, on winning the money. Now those two, I would be surprised if they didn't work out outside of the villa. I really would. And if they don't work out, I would say it might be because of the distance thing. Because I'm thinking that it would be a long distance relationship. But I really think that they really made a connection. Deb and Jesse, they not going nowhere from this show. She she did all of that. I want him to open up. He's so closed. He's not open. And then he opened up and said he wants you to be his girlfriend. And then you say, no, let's see how things go once we get out of here. And then you feel bad and convince yourself to go ahead and agree to be his girlfriend. They breaking up when they get out of here. It's not going to last too much longer after this. They're going to be broken up in a few weeks. Watch. And they actually having a reunion show tonight. Will I be watching it or watching something else? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna eventually watch the reunion show. But yeah, this was a okay season. Um, I feel like Jesse shouldn't have stuck with Deb. He should have moved on with somebody else. Tried to make a connection with somebody else. And Isaiah and Sydney. Sydney's very clingy. Sydney's very insecure. And she's pretty though, but she got a lot of issues she need to work out before she try to commit to a relationship with Isaiah. And he should want her to work those things out, cause being in that closed in space with limited access to different people, it's gonna be a total different ball game when you get out here and you on your own will in the real world trying to make this relationship work. Um, I think Isaiah's going to eventually get tired of trying to convince her. You know what I'm saying? But I was happy that when they had the conversation with their families, that her mom let her know the truth about what was said as far as her versus Phoebe's looks. That he really didn't compare them, and he didn't. I didn't even remember it when they brought it up. It's like Twitter can be messy, and she just took it and ran with it, what they said on Twitter, and really didn't know the whole truth. And then Phoebe didn't help things by letting her believe that he really did do that, or you know what I'm saying. Phoebe knew what she was doing. Phoebe was playing the game, but she ended up getting played and losing in the end, you know. But those are my little thoughts on Love Island. Congratulations again To Timmy and Zeta. Zeta, you're a very, 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 very beautiful girl. Your skin is mwah, just with your long legs and stuff. You're just so, so pretty. And the best thing about you, though, is your spirit. You are genuinely a nice girl's girl, and you're helpful, and you're kind. I sound like the help, don't I? I sound like Adeline on the help, or whatever her name. Oberline, Adeline. What was Viola Davis' character name on help? You is kind, you is smart, you is important. But Zeta was pretty. And I always tell my little cousins, you know, it is a wonderful thing to be physically beautiful, but the best thing is to always be spiritually beautiful and being kind to others. Peace out, y'all. Click the like button on your way in or on your way out. I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace.